Like I said, I'm combing over my own evolution, my own growth, my own, how did I get here? How? Johnny, how did you get here? And that's another one. Ask yourself questions. And the more questions you can ask yourself, the more you're going to uncover your dharma. The more you're going to uncover your purpose. Dharma, purpose, it's to become the best version of myself. And it's a 1% progress. And this is today, this is the reason why I'm on here. And I came out with the glasses. There's no lens. It's just for the hey ladies up there, just to I'm fucking with you guys. I'm sorry. You know what? Stay focused, Johnny. Breathe this stuff. I can hit it out. You know, you come out with out of a sense of self. So your morals, your boundaries, there's nothing there. So you're gonna have to start rebuilding from fresh, which is good. You know, the way you're going, and the thing is, you have to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, people who are gonna validate you. Stop chasing them for purpose. Stop chasing them for answer. Like, once you purge all that toxicity and like understand that you are the creator, why are you chasing happiness? Why are you looking for love out there? When it starts with you. It starts with you. Because if you don't heal and if you don't take care of this, all you're gonna do is go back into the fucking matrix, meaning the next boyfriend, the next girlfriend, or your job, or whatever it is that you're distracting yourself. Because like I said before, I thank God and I'm blessed that I'm able to have this time to myself and change your story, you change your reality. There you go. And it's the story you're telling yourself. So, but finding a purpose. So I'm trying to get to the point of like, as you awaken from that perspective, who you are. Like, because, and this is where you're going to start to build your core morals, your beliefs, you know, follow these like-minded individuals. Stop chasing validation from someone that's not going to give it to you. Find someone who's going to understand you. Like I said, try. There's plenty of them. The other one, like I was mentioning, it's the Empath Uprising on Facebook. They help me out a lot. Follow me on Instagram. It's Spiritual Gangster. And I'm there, man. And DM me. Like I said, I'm not on Facebook. There's too much drama, but what I'm trying to say is, guys, you're going to have to start to discover yourself again and understand that, like, the more you stay away from those toxic people, those people who are no longer serving you, and it's going to be difficult. So in your journey, in your awakening, you're going to start to find purpose. But say you passed all this, say you've done that, Johnny, I've done that already, I've already let go, they're out of my life. Now, what is next? That's how I felt like, what is next? You start to heal somewhat. I call it somewhat because you're not going in deeper, you're not doing the shadow work, you're not doing the inner child healing, like, you're distracting yourself, if you ask me. So, and the more you start to, there you go. So the more you start to do your inner work, the more you start to do your own shadow work, your own healing, you're going to start to discover who you are. I said, what's helped me? How did you get to Johnny? Because I don't, like, I tried to meditate, but meditation for me was very, very difficult for me. Having ADHD and always being in the mind. So you have to escape the mind. And the more you escape the mind and follow your heart and you listen to your heart, and this is where compassion, like I was saying earlier, comes from. Once you start doing that, you'll start to get more of a vision. You'll start to get more of a calling. You'll start to see your purpose. Or start being a service to and I have a list here I should be following, but it's, like, for me, this is for me, like I'm saying, and maybe this can help you, is start being a service to others. What does that mean, Joanna? Start being a service to others? Start helping. Guide them. And like I said, listen to them, pay attention to them, but without judgment. Just listen, and it's not about trying to, you know, top their story or anything like that. It's just to listen. And the more you heal, like you help them heal, you're gonna help heal your own self. And that's where I said before, that's called the Chiron, the wounded healer. Because you're like I said, you're lost. So understand that you are a 144. You are a chosen one. So are they. The people who are asleep as well, until they wake up though. So it's not really saying, oh, I'm 144K, look at me, I'm the ego, my spiritual ego. It's more like, no, I'm an awoken 144. There's still some are still asleep. And there's some that are still be fallen angels. Like, if you want to see it through that perspective, because you are chosen, you are calling, because right now you shouldn't be here. If you keep on going to your old patterns, you're going to be asleep. You mean, and you're going to still be in the toxic. So as you awaken into your own purpose, into your own journey, which is to heal yourself, if you ask me, to heal yourself, And the more you heal the more you heal yourself, you're gonna start spilling into someone else's cup. Your vibration is gonna go up, your frequency is gonna go up, and you're gonna start attracting, you're gonna start manifesting, and you're gonna start living out your dream life, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That felt good. Wow. Thank you. And just to find your purpose, like I said, I'm going 16 minutes, guys. I'm trying to keep this video short on this purpose thing here. But it's keep asking yourself questions. Keep asking yourself the right questions. How did I achieve this? How did I become so successful? How did I overcome that toxic relationship? If you want to just start shifting your reality, bro. It's a shift of reality. It's a shift. It's a paradigm shift. There you go. It's a paradigm shift. Sorry, just getting messages in the sense of a direction I should be going, but I'm trying to really focus on this at the moment. So my bad. Find your tribe, like I said. Have patience with yourself. In the journey, have patience with yourself. You're gonna make mistakes. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be you're gonna fall. But don't start using that as an excuse. I'm gonna fuck up, but you do it still. I know, I'm gonna go sleep with this person, or I'm gonna go do this. If you already know, then you're already going away. You're not following your intuition. And you're gonna suffer. Shit's gonna happen, and you're gonna ask yourself, why am I still in this? What is still happening to me? Well, because you're not listening. You're not listening to your intuition. You know you shouldn't be doing that. You know you shouldn't be going that way. You know you shouldn't be making those choices of feeding into that pendulum, as they call it, or boomerangs, or more or less pendulums, into that toxic cycle. This is gonna put reality transurfing in there. Yeah, we can do that. So what the fuck I just said right now? I really know. But yeah, man, I think that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So that part, okay? Are you distracting yourself with pendulums or pleasures? Because if you go that route, then guess what you're doing? You're literally going against your intuition. You're going against your highest calling. It's not going. So and it's because the ego. This is it's the ego. What is it? It's the ego. It's your shadows. It's that instant gratification that it gives you. Why? Because it's your old self. It's your old self wants to continue to exist. Your old self does not want to die. Your ego does not want to die. It wants to remain. And unless if you acknowledge it, unless if you shine light there, and this is where sitting with yourself. Because if you cannot sit by yourself, who the fuck is gonna be able to sit with you at all? With you? Or you with anyone. If you can't sit with yourself, how can you sit with someone else? And how can that person sit with you? You know what I'm trying to say? You can't. So learn to sit by yourself. Learn. John, this is what I'm just supposed to be. No, live life. Go out, live life. Get grounded is another one. Getting grounded. Taking your nature walks, working out, swimming. There's different things you can do than just to go or quick gratification, or just to get that ego fed or the old self. But if you know it and you're doing it, then you're just setting yourself up for disaster. That's all you're doing. Feeding into the pendulums, feeding into the toxic cycle, and that's what you're creating, because that's what you're focusing on. That's what that's what you're placing your attention to. You're placing your attention there. And when you place your attention there, it's gonna expand. Don't resist it either. Meaning don't ignore it. It's sitting with yourself. And after, like I said, myself, not okay, Johnny. Me, I can sit with who told me this? It's angels, right? What do angels do? What the fuck do angels do? What do? They just be. They're being. They're just beings. They're beings, meaning being present, just being. They just be. Fucking float around. Saving, you know what I mean? Being a service to others. You mean that's what angels do? And it's just being able to be present and in there, because that's where your connection to higher source, to higher consciousness is at, and it's still here. So, like I said, then you have a lot of work to do. Then go ahead, knock yourself out. Like I said, just keep that shit over there. But if you're, and why is that coming? Because you're not understanding your shadow. You're not understanding your own demons. You're ignoring them. You're still probably blaming others. You're still not in that. You're still in the victim mentality. You're still not in the conscious creator. You're still ignoring a lot that you shouldn't be. And like I said, this is where the inner child work comes in play, the shadow work. And the more work you do, the more you're gonna be able to fucking literally see more of your future, in the sense of your spiritual gifts, your far sight, your mediums, your healers, whatever it is, and you're gonna find your fucking purpose, man. You literally will, as I am. as I am speaking now. Okay, hope that makes sense.